We're gonna hang out for a minute or two before we kick off this last Arkansas Expo online. Wait till till we get most of our participants logged in, and then we'll get started. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Jill. Good morning.
Guys, I'm logged in on my computer and on my phone because it's not working real well on. So to see me, I've got the video up on the phone, but my presentation is going to come from the laptop login. Is that going to be an issue?
Let's see. Yeah, Stevie, you want to?
Yeah, Cindy, if you want to pull up your screen and let's see. The only thing I can think of, there's sometimes is a sound issue if you're logged in two different devices, like it will
right. So I would have to mute one.
Yeah.
Right, and I would mute one.
Okay, great. Besides that, I think you might be okay then. If you want to just test it out real quick.
Yeah.
You're going to be better off with what you have there instead of going to the TV.
They can't see it. And if Garrett's in here, how do they see it?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with our welcome and kick off this morning. And first of all, I would like to say thank you early on to the storage group so much for partnering with us and running all of the technology behind the scenes. That has been a huge asset to us over the last 3 months when we started these in June. So just a huge thank you. Their responsiveness and their helpfulness through all of these things is just completely appreciated. And we will be talking to Jill Baker here in just a few minutes about some contactless rentals and some products that they have. So today, before we actually get started with everything, we're going to go over the schedule. We're going to start out with what we're calling today a vendor spotlight with our friend Tony with Tenant Property Protection. That'll probably take about 7 or 8 minutes, and then we're going to pass it over to Jill Baker with the storage group. Jill's going to wrap up about 10:45, and then we will have Miss Cindy Ashby with Dynamic Storage Solutions after that. And then we'll have another vendor spotlight with our friends at Cost Segregation Services, John Little and David DeShodels there. And then Miss Ann Ballard will start at noon, and she will wrap us up. So we're extremely happy to have everyone here with us today. Cindy is kind of new to the Arkansas Association, but Miss Ann Ballard has obviously been with us for a long time, and we'll give her a good introduction, and hopefully she can send us off this summer with wrapping up our Arkansas Expo online. So, all right, I guess, Tony, you and I can go ahead and kick off our first vendor spotlight. Thank you for joining us for that.
Thank you.
Tenant Property Protection. Yeah, TPP has sponsored us all summer, so we really want to thank them for that. We'll be excited to get back with you guys in person, hopefully early next year. Arkansas Association is trying to put together an in-person event in Northwest Arkansas in late February or early March. We're going to keep our fingers crossed that everything is open and we're all able to meet together for that. So, yeah. All right. Tony, tell us a little about TPP and what the company does.
We are a protection plan service. So we work with owners that are interested in protecting themselves as well as protecting their tenants' possessions that are stored at their facility. Virtually every lease includes some sort of language which basically is designed to protect the owners so that they're not responsible for any damage that should occur while a tenant's property is on site. However, with all that said, when there isn't any form of protection on those items, they're usually the first course of action for a tenant is to approach the manager or the owner to look for a resolution. So they're usually that first point of contact. So our service really is designed to fill that gap, to provide tenants an opportunity to protect their property, and also provide owners the ability to deflect and to redirect their tenants to our organization.
Sure.
We are the Inside Self-Storage Association's Best in Business Protection Plan for the last 3 years, 2018, 2019, and 2020, and we're really very proud of that. It's it validates the quality of the service and the value that we bring to the marketplace.
Yeah, and I think that's very well deserved. A lot of members of our association have just spoken really highly of the work that TPP and Terry Anderson have done. So, okay, this is the question I get the most from members and people joining our association. What is the difference between tenant insurance and tenant protection plans?
Okay, and we get that question a lot as well. A tenant insurance plan is a two-party contract between the insurance company and the tenant. So as if an owner is selling a tenant insurance plan, it typically requires some state licensing issues that they have to go through. In the state of Arkansas, I believe it's a limited or specialty license that the owners must have in order to represent an insurance product. So there is licensing requirements. There's some fees associated with that. They're not horrible, but there are some minor fees. There could be some training that's associated so that the staff is trained in presenting the insurance products. And most insurance sales agents, it's recommended they have errors and omissions insurance as well. So, but the core difference is that it is a two-party contract. It's between the insurance company and the tenant. A protection plan is a three-party contract. It's a contract between the tenant and the facility. And basically the facility is offering or providing a plan that protects that content. In the event that something should happen, then the facility transfers that risk to the protection plan. So that risk is transferred. The protection plan assumes that responsibility and that liability, and keeps the owner of the facility, out of dealing with the actual claim processing. So there's no licensing requirement with a protection plan. There's no upfront investment that's required. You don't have to pre-fund any sort of claims. And there's also just some greater flexibility from a marketing and promotion perspective, price setting perspective with a protection plan there is with insurance. So we think it's the better solution.
Got it. Why would an owner operator offer these types of plans? What are the benefits there?
Usually there's a combination of answers, and it does vary by facility, but typically most of the owners that we deal with have a variety of reasons. Number one, these plans generate additional income for facility owners. When these plans, my apologies, I thought I put that on mute. When these plans are sold properly, they typically are the second highest revenue producing revenue stream for a facility. So they typically can add some incremental revenue and profits for an owner. Additionally, because they factor into top line sales and profits, they also impact the facility's valuation. So, when a time comes when valuation is going to be an important factor, if facilities are being sold, going for financing, whatever the variety of reasons are where valuation comes into play, these plans have a favorable impact on that as well. So that's one of the reasons. Second reason is that it reduces the hassles and some of the confrontation that can occur at the facility when something does happen, so that if these plans are in place, it provides the tenant a resolution to their issue without having to go directly to the facility. So it actually, in the long run, it reduces reduces the owner's liability. It provides a low cost and efficient way for the tenants to protect their items. These programs are specifically designed for the self-storage industry, so they don't have deductibles. They aren't impacted by depreciated value, so that typically when there's a claim resolution, the tenants have a better result because these plans are specifically designed to meet the needs of self-storage tenants. There's no upfront costs with these plans as well. So again, there's zero investment. So those are some of the primary reasons.
Okay, well, good deal. Yeah, can you go over real quick what plans TPP offers and how you're different from other people in the industry?
Sure.
Going to pass it over to Jill Baker in about a minute.
Sure. Okay. We offer our core business and our primary business, at least at the present time, is that it's our what we call TPP Secure, and it's for coverage of secured locked units. We offer plans that range from standard plans that range from $2,000 to $5,000. Those are just standard off-the-shelf type offerings. We can go as high as $40,000 in covering a tenant's possessions with some more due diligence and analysis of what is being covered. But that's typically what's covered in our basic TPP Secure locked unit plan. We've also recently introduced a new service which is really designed to protect those owners that are utilizing outside parking spaces. We are now offering a TPP Plus. It is for boats, RVs, vehicles stored in outside parking spaces. And really what it is, it's designed to serve as a deductible reimbursement plan. It's really intended to supplement the existing coverages that those tenants have on those units. And because there's typically high deductibles associated with that, it's a way to kind of mitigate that and soften that blow when something happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Those are the basic plans.
Perfect. We've got Tony and Terry's contact information on our vendor page at arssa.org. So if you would like to get in contact with them, you can find it there. Or Tony, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
You can reach me. You can reach me by phone, and my number is 919-694-3359. That's my office number. Or you can reach me at my email address. It's T, and I'll spell my last name because it's not easy. It's N as in Nancy, A, CCARATO at tenantpropertyprotection.com.
Yeah.
We'd welcome an opportunity to answer any questions that any of the members have.
Tony, go ahead and put that over in the chat to all attendees so that they can grab that if they would like to.
I can do that.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us, Tony. We're glad to have you and glad to have the support from Tenant Property Protection.
Thanks so much. We appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
Take care.
All right. Yeah.
Thank
okay.
You. Thanks.
Jill Baker with the storage group is going to give us some information on some contactless rentals and some other products with the storage group. Glad to have you here, Jill. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Okay, good morning, everybody, and thanks for joining the Arkansas Self-Storage Association virtual conference for this live webinar, Contactless Rentals, 8 features your online rentals must have. My name is Jill Baker, the Director of Sales for the Storage Group. A little about myself. I have over 30 years of experience in asset management, sales, and marketing. I've been with the Storage Group since 2014 and have assisted countless self-storage facilities find digital solutions to help increase conversion rates and drive sales. We are proud to be the digital marketing provider for the Arkansas and Missouri Self-Storage Association websites. At the Storage Group, our mission is to bridge the gap between facility owners and tenants. We were founded in 2010 out of a need for services missing in the industry. Our team specializes in digital marketing for self-storage. 10 years ago, self-storage was really behind the times, so our founders decided to start a digital marketing company that caters to the software needs of self-storage owners. This is how ClickandStore was born in 2011 as the first rental tool offered in the industry, and it is the Storage Group's premier online rental suite. We develop proven digital marketing strategies catered to each facility's specialized needs in the self-storage market. Our extensive team develops each client's website for optimal conversions and customizes each client's SEO plan catered to the site. We have our own in-house search marketing team, which successfully manages all our clients' search engine optimization services. Believe it or not, many companies outsource their clients' SEO needs without the client's knowledge. So as you can imagine, this is something we're very passionate about when it comes to business transparency. If you're not seeing the results you were hoping for, your marketing company may be using outdated SEO tactics. Today's sophisticated algorithms require a robust approach performed by SEO experts who have evolved with search engines and truly understand how they think. If a digital marketing company tells you SEO is dead, run the other way. Your competition has not disappeared, and Google is still king when it comes to online search. We will help you determine a strategy best fit for your scenario with your targeted demographic, local competition, etc. Some of the industry firsts we developed include our 3D value pricing map, our 3D storage calculator, our progressive web app, and we'll talk more about that later on. The benefit of working with a provider that's developed many of the first is that our products have evolved more rapidly than others, which means you're getting the latest and most robust features in the marketplace. This is just a brief overview of what we'll cover during the webinar today. Due to COVID, facilities have moved the rental process primarily online. This provides a safe way to rent and increase purchasing confidence. However, facilities may be missing key features to maximize ROI and increase security measures needed online. We'll discuss 8 essential features your facility must have in a social distancing world to maximize your ROI. We'll go over the power of PWAs, secure payments, 3D maps, facilitating the virtual experience, maximizing your profit opportunity with value pricing, harnessing ancillary sales with an online store, ID verification to prevent online fraud, abandonment emails to increase conversions, and last but certainly not least, customized brand awareness emails. Progressive web apps are a hybrid platform combining the best features of a responsive website and mobile app. Google created this web technology to meet the demands of a smooth and seamless user experience that transitions from phone to laptop to tablet with ease. There are so many incredible features that PWAs offer that traditional mobile apps do not, such as lightning fast speed and instant download. Why do these features matter? Google recommends that your website require no more than a few seconds to load due to the risk of visitors abandoning at a high rate. Besides the risk of losing potential customers, This can also contribute to a lower ranking in the search engine result pages such as Google. Additionally, PWAs automatically download in the background. No more annoying app update notifications for your tenants, which lead to removing the app from their devices. Keep in mind that call to actions for a website are necessary for desired conversions, such as unit rentals and online bill pay. Visitors can rent or reserve multiple units at once and abandon the website while keeping the items in their shopping cart to pick the rental process up at a later time. Do you want to keep in touch with tenants on a consistent basis? You can send out mass push notifications to share special deals, office closures, weather notification, community outreach efforts, etc. This is such a nice added benefit for facilities to keep in easy and quick communication with tenants. Just another nice feature of PWAs. PWAs use up to 70% less data and 25 times less storage than a traditional web app. Studies even show that PWAs are up to 50% faster than traditional apps. Most of the Fortune 500 companies have already switched to the Google technology of a PWA, and they have done it due to the power behind it. Gone are the days that required a first website visit and then an app store download, which is annoying and painful for many people. This often results in abandoned website visitors and missed conversion opportunities. Now this can all be done conveniently in one platform with the PWA to enhance the website visitor engagement and increase online conversions. Some expected results of switching a business to a PWA include up to 70% increased mobile traffic, 15-fold improvement in load and installation speed, roughly 50% increased conversions, and 3-fold increase in engagement with customers. Moving on to how to avoid digital mistrust. A good example of this is when a tenant rents a unit online. Many rental tools currently on the market take the renter to another company's web portal or website to process payment information, which can cause confusion or security concerns for tenants as to whether they can trust the new window. They don't want to go there and they didn't ask to. It raises a red flag during the online shopping experience. Your goal as a facility is to avoid areas of potential abandonment. If your rental tool operates like this, it could be resulting in a substantial amount of rental abandonments for your facility. The solution to this is ensuring your rental tool provides tenants the ability to complete the entire rental process from the facility's website, never leaving the web page to complete financial information. This ensures online shopping confidence because the bill pay does not redirect to your management software portal, thus minimizing high bounce rates. Customers stay on your website and it provides the most simplified design for ease of use. You better believe Amazon has spent a lot of money over the years optimizing their shopping cart flow to maximize purchasing online. Finding a rental tool that has mastered the same ease and navigation is essential to your online rental success. This should include an online shopping cart. There is nothing better than simple navigation when shopping online. What is a 3D map and why is it important to contactless rentals? Well, it's just as you may think. It's a three-dimensional virtual map that provides a complete view of a facility with labeled units, amenities, etc. This provides online renters the ability to virtually visualize the facility map and select their unit based on preferential proximity to certain areas such as the entrance, the office, near an elevator, on the second floor, and so on. And what about value pricing? Value pricing, when offered through the online rental tool, compares your units to each other in price point by week, month, season, etc. It also compares other facilities in the nearby vicinity to determine optimal rates for any given unit, while also displaying the value level of the unit to passively upsell high demand units. It provides facilities the ability to market units to customers with value pricing markers. Example would be good, better, and best units. This helps guide facilities on setting starting web rates for new move-ins and also rent increases for current tenants. This increases purchasing confidence online to avoid rental abandonments and potential price comparison with other nearby facilities, while also allowing the facility to maximize profit potential for desired units. Facility owners are able to implement pricing strategies that are customized to their facility and their market, increasing profitability. Our 3D value pricing map works similar to airlines in how you pick your seats. Seats that have extra leg room or are near the front come with an additional charge. In your facility, you can rent units near the office, security cameras, or with easier access for an additional fee. This can increase revenue by taking advantage of the most popular units on your property. This provides a real-time, three-dimensional, and interactive view of a facility layout and pricing. In conjunction with Veritex Solutions, we integrate with their services to provide value pricing information based on unit desirability. Overall revenues from move-ins typically increase 4 to 9%, and upgrade rates of 30 to 35% at stores are common. Many stores are obtaining more than $2,000 a month in incremental revenue from value pricing, and it's a highly automated process once setup is done. This is a business savvy way to maximize ROI potential with your online rentals. The importance of ancillary sales online due to COVID. There's an ongoing dilemma of limited or reduced office hours for many businesses, self-storage included. If businesses don't make modifications to their services now, this may also have long-term impact on the company's financial health. For storage facilities, this means increasing touchless transactions and offering more information and conversion opportunities online. According to eMarketer, online sales are expected to increase 18% this year due to COVID. And from Google, more than 6 out of every 10 shopping journeys begin online, which means your tenants are more than likely looking online first for moving supply needs before even considering what your facility may offer in the office. The great news is it's very simple for self-storage facilities to transition their services online. Don't settle for lost profits. It's important that your online rental process mimics a one-stop shopping experience. If your tenant is renting their unit online, wouldn't it also be ideal for them to rent their supplies at the same time and add everything to their cart for one checkout? This is a major convenience factor and shows your tenants you care about their customer service experience with your facility, no matter which channel they use, online, in person, or over the phone. Research findings with PwC indicate that companies investing in omni-channel customer experiences increased from 20% to 80%. Companies know that customers are making purchases online and via mobile. This increased investment demonstrates that businesses understand the value in 5-star service across all channels and are increasing methods of communication and transaction to provide the utmost in customer satisfaction and convenience. It's in the best interest for facilities aiming to stay competitive with the REITs to provide omni-channel purchasing opportunities to potential tenants. Good customer service has become the gold standard across industries and ensures that the experience will be the same whether they stop by your office, call, or shop online. This shows your commitment to meet the needs of your tenants. As a smart business owner, we know it's important for you to find several verticals in your space to increase profitability. Make sure your online rental tool is working hard for you, and that goes beyond the standard online rental process days. Due to COVID, tenants are looking to minimize human interaction for purchase needs and are favoring online shopping versus in-store. It's easy to enhance your profits with the addition of an online store for moving supplies. If this is something your facility is already doing with inventory in the office, it's a simple process to create an online store depending on your rental tool. If you've also limited your office hours, this is a good way to offer new tenants access to moving supplies 24/7 and meet their needs right where the transaction begins, which more than likely these days is online. With ClickandStore, we provide an online store during the rental process for featured products to add to the online shopping cart during checkout. Simple and seamless for the tenant and easy money in your pocket. Moving right along here, online rentals and identity fraud. Sounds like an online fraudster's dream, right? Well, it depends. Before we discuss the implications of this, it's important to be aware of the latest stats. According to the Federal Trade Commission, there's been 3.2 million identity theft and fraud reports received in 2019. 20% of those fraud complaints were specific to identity theft. These are some very substantial numbers, and online fraud continues to increase annually. So the million-dollar question is, how can you verify new tenant identification safely through online rentals without requiring an office visit? It's important to note that collecting the legal name, birth date, home address, and social security number may not be enough to prevent online identity theft during the rental process. A driver's license upload scan can be a great method to help prevent online fraud. This provides facilities increased protection with online rentals. You don't get caught in the hassles of filing online fraud complaints. A neat little fact, ClickandStore was the first rental tool to provide driver's license upload scans several years ago, and is still one of the most popular features we offer to this day. We often receive the question about verifying tenant identities when renting online and how to help increase security. As mentioned, we offer a driver's license upload option as well as automated ID verification. This is an added layer of security that allows facilities to rent their units with peace of mind, knowing the tenants are who they say they are. ClickandStore is a third party that is actively running in the background to verify identification online. Ideally, a rental tool should verify with, if not all, then most of these sources listed below to confirm identity during the online rental process. So an example of this would be if someone is registering, types in Man Street instead of Main Street, then a few security questions will pull up that only that person will know. Are potential tenants abandoning the rental process halfway through? It's important to think of your rental tool as an extension of your sales team. Why? Well, with over 50% of rentals occurring online these days, it should be considered a primary sales channel for your facility. This is why it's essential to recapture any and all online leads possible to avoid losing precious marketing dollars your facility may be spending to attract new tenants. If a renter is at the point of checkout online and then leaves the website for whatever reason, your mission is for them to eventually complete the rental process, and the sooner the better. Your online rental tool should provide abandonment reports so you can follow up with rental abandonment leads to re-engage the sale. With over half of rentals now taking place online, you need to be able to maximize your efforts and re-engage those leads, whether it be with a phone call from the facility manager or an email follow-up. Best of all, this method is proven to decrease overall abandonment rates online. I have to mention, because this is such a great feature, with ClickandStore, we actually automate this process for you and provide time-sensitive coupons within the hour via email to abandon leads to incentivize completing their unit rental. What about brand awareness? Brand awareness is essential to building an online presence. If your target audience is familiar with your brand, not only are they more likely to rent from you, but they're more likely to stay with you and establish customer loyalty, meaning they won't pick up and move to your competitor once the promotional discount expires. Now, you may be wondering, how do I create brand awareness? Well, you can use a unique facility name and logo, select signature brand colors, create memorable catchphrases, and create a 5-star customer experience to to assist with referrals, reputation management. Oftentimes, when tenants receive their rental confirmation email, many online rental tools send from a third-party email address and not from the facility's own email address. This can cause confusion and trust issues. It's important to identify what email address your online rental tool is using for your facility. Keep in mind that online platforms represent your brand and convey your message to targeted audiences. When a tenant completes an online rental, a branded email confirmation is another opportunity to reinforce your online presence to extend tenant loyalty. This aids in increasing buyer confidence and the likelihood of desired next steps being completed, such as signing the lease, picking up supplies, leaving customer reviews online, and following your social media accounts. A good email confirmation should include the facility logo, colors, gate access codes, office hours, contact information for your facility, request for online reviews or social media follows, and provide brief instructions with next steps in fulfilling the rental process. These emails should always come from a facility email address. You'll see in the bottom right-hand corner is an example of the branded email confirmation. I'll show a more detailed review of this in the next slide. With ClickandStore, we've added an optional enhanced brand awareness email providing tenants with direct links to your address, social media, online reviews, and the facility map. This email is sent as a receipt when someone rents and is designed to create a cohesive brand for your facility across all platforms and communication efforts. It's estimated that 18% of all local mobile searches lead to a sale in one day. So ClickandStore is designed with search engine optimization and mobile capabilities in mind. So why ClickandStore Online Rental Suite? It has advanced value add features that drive revenue, including bill pay that does not redirect to another URL, thus minimizing high bounce rates for the website. It also offers multilingual capabilities and automated abandonment reports provided within the hour, giving you access to hot prospects with limited time coupons. When ClickandStore is combined with the storage group's Pinnacle website design, it becomes a progressive web app. PWAs provide the most user-friendly experience online through a tablet, computer, or smartphone. Our PWA also offers exclusive push notifications, which allows you to stay in touch with tenants and leads about updates regarding the facility and much more. The first progressive web app in the industry, ClickandStore has the ability to provide the best end user experience, leading to better occupancy rates and revenue. With advanced unit filters, ClickandStore is able to provide a seamless checkout experience that feels and operates similar to popular e-commerce websites like Amazon and Walmart. For example, the shopping cart retains units and stores supply selections before the checkout is complete, showing in the corner of the web page at all times. The ClickandStore Online Rental Suite allows facilities to verify identification with driver's license upload stored in your PMS for easy access. The ability to electronically sign leases and display an urgency feature that shows a limited number of vacant units. So an example would be only 2 units left, rent now. With the 3D value pricing map that integrates with Veritech solutions, automation means more time to spend working on other parts of your facility and expanding your operations. We believe that by focusing on the tenant experience, facilities can excel and stay ahead of the competition in this market. We analyze rental trends outside of office hours to find out how frequently rentals were taking place in the evenings and early morning hours through ClickandStore. Our findings indicate that close to 60% of online rentals are taking place outside of office hours. That's a huge opportunity. The logical conclusion is that a lot of people start to think about these things after dinner, once they've put the kids to bed or after their evening obligations. With all that's going on surrounding COVID-19, these data trends for ClickandStore represent recent usage. We have seen an 83% year-over-year increase from 2019 to 2020. This is a testament to the shift in demand for online services. And recently with the virus, from mid-February to mid-April, move-ins doubled through ClickandStore for our clients. Okay, well, that's about it for the presentation. I do want to mention that anyone interested in ClickandStore can use promo code CAS50 to receive 50% off of the ClickandStore setup. That's pretty nice savings of about $500. Also important to mention, as a chosen website provider for Arkansas, for any new client referred to us from the Arkansas Association with a monthly spend of $125, we provide a $100 referral bonus to the association. So make your dollars count by supporting your local state association when choosing the storage group for your digital marketing and online rental needs. Okay, Shelley.
Yeah, thanks, Jill. Yeah, I just want to reiterate what Jill said about I guess the kickback you can get for us if you work with the storage group. We really appreciate that, and it is especially nice to have that them offer that to us as a partner. So, all right, Jill, that was great information. We really appreciate it. If anyone has any questions for Jill that the rest of us you think the rest of us would like to know, go ahead and send us a Q&A, or you can ask the question over chat. Storage group is really different from anybody else in on the technology side and in the self-storage industry. So I know their offering of products goes beyond kind of what Jill talked about today, but we appreciate you hitting on all of the points you did. So anyway, thanks a lot. We're gonna move over to Miss Cindy Ashby. Might give us just a couple minutes to get that going. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and give her introduction. I met Cindy about a year and a half